to take a look at two of Canon's digital SLR cameras that are in the entry-level category. The Canon Rebel T2i or 550D and the Canon 60D. Both these cameras are considered entry-level digital SLR cameras, and people who would want to buy these are pretty much in two categories. First of all, it would be a new photographer, one who is getting into photography for the first time, and they want to start with a fairly decent camera. The second kind is the photographer who is already taking lots of pictures, probably with a point-and-shoot camera or an older model digital SLR camera, and they're ready to move up or upgrade. So let's take a look at a couple of the things that are the same about these two cameras. The first thing is they both have an 18 megapixel CMOS sensor. They both have similar image quality and size based on that same image sensor. And they have similar body construction, which is a polycarbonate rather than a metal body. And then they have something called live view, which point-and-shoot owners would know very well. It's when you look into the LCD screen and compose your shot there rather than looking through the viewfinder. But both cameras have a viewfinder and live view. And then they both have similar video quality. It's HD 720p, which is very high quality video. One thing about the 60D though, it has stereo sound where the T2i does not. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the advantages of the 60D. Because the 60D is a little bit more expensive, it will have some advantages over the T2i. First of all, as previously mentioned, the video sound input is stereo. Secondly, it has the articulating LCD screen, which is shown in the picture. Articulating means it swivels out and moves around. And then it has a continuous capture rate of 5.3 frames per second versus 3.7 frames per second on the T2i. So a little bit less than 2 frames per second faster. And then there's something called an electronic level in the viewfinder. And this basically is when you look through the viewfinder, there's a level in there that shows you where the horizon should be in your picture. If you have trouble like me getting the horizon straight, that would be very helpful. The kit lens is 18 to 135 millimeters versus the 18 to 55 millimeter that is the normal kit lens for the T2i. So there's quite a bit more range on the kit lens for the 60D. That being said, you can get the 18 to 135 millimeter kit lens on the T2i, but it increases the price considerably more than the price goes up on the 60D, and we'll see that in just a minute. Then there's something called RAW in-camera editing. This is for more advanced photographers. RAW is a kind of way that you take pictures, or the format that you take pictures in, and you can edit those pictures in the camera if you desire. Okay, now let's take a look at price. First of all, the Canon 60D at Amazon right now is listed for $888 if you buy it without a lens, that is body only. The Rebel T2i is listed for $677 for the body only. So you can tell that it's $211 different if you buy a camera without a lens. If you go for the 60D with the kit lens, it's going to cost $1,139. And if you buy the Rebel with the normal kit lens, it will be $849. You can upgrade that kit lens to the same one that comes with the 60D, but you pay a premium for it. You're paying $1,019 for that same kit lens, and you can see doing the math that it's actually more money to get that kit lens on the T2i. Okay, let's take a look on Amazon and take a look at these two cameras. There are a couple things that you might want to be aware of as you're looking at cameras. First of all, we have here the 60D, and this is the one with the kit lens, the 18 to 135 millimeter. The price is shown right here, and right above it, it has something called customer reviews. If you move your mouse over the stars, you'll see that this camera has 4.5 out of 5 stars. That's a pretty good rating. Let's take a look at the Rebel. This one with the kit lens of 18 to 55. You can see there are a lot more reviews here. This lens this camera has been on the market longer than the 60D. And if you move your mouse over that, you see 4.6 out of 5 stars. That's an excellent rating. Both cameras are rated very highly by the people who bought the camera. So that's an awesome thing to look at. And then you can look at the customer reviews. Just click on this and you will see what people have said about the particular camera. So each one of them has an excellent rating and they both have great customer reviews. One of the things that people find fault with is that Canon released the 60D and didn't improve on the 50D in some areas. So people who own the 50D would not probably be buying a 60D because, first of all, the construction isn't quite as good as the 50D. Instead, they would buy a Canon 7D. That's a little bit of an upgrade, actually a lot of an upgrade from the 60D. So if you're looking for a better camera, the 7D might be your choice. The 60D, though, has gotten excellent user reviews, as you can see right here. You'll find in these reviews that some people have referenced the fact that Canon 50D has some better qualities than the 60D. My suggestion is, if you're a first-time buyer of a digital SLR, the Canon 60D will suit your needs perfectly, as will the T2i. What you have to decide is it worth $200 for you to get an articulating LCD screen and the 18 to 135 millimeter lens and stereo sound in your video? Those are the basic differences between these two cameras. Of course, the 60D is a little bit bigger and it looks more professional and more impressive, but basically the image quality of the two cameras is going to be identical. And yes, you do get a little bit faster burst rate with the 60D. So if you're doing sports photography, that may be a strong consideration for you. Now, what I do suggest is that you click on the link below the video to go to the website, and there you can see a visual of the comparison between the two cameras. I hope this helped. Happy shopping.